Yo, what's goody yuddy yuddy YouTube? It's your boy Remo, and I'm back with another video. What's going on, y'all? Yeah, y'all like them last two videos. The one about the chick that I banged that looked like Nell Carter, and the one that I banged that looked like FYE Bottom. Yeah, yo, thanks for y'all support. Yo, as y'all can see, I'm at work right now, just driving around, killing time. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I've been seeing a lot of rabbits out here. But yeah, on this new video, I want to talk about the chick that I banged that looked like DJ Spinderella from Salt and Pepper. It was weird how it happened. I met this chick when I was working at that law firm. The same law firm the same law firm I worked at where I met Nell Carter. Yeah, I was a mail courier, and I used to go to the Hall of Justice, to the clerk's office, and deliver important documents. But one day I had to go to the Hall of Justice, and I had to go to family court to deliver some paperwork. And the clerk there was this fine, beautiful, light-skinned chick that looked just like DJ Spinderella. You know, she was working at the front desk. Now, I had saw her before in the past, but she was working in the background. Like, she'd be in the background, you know, on the computer typing or whatever. And like, you know, she would look at me and smile, "Good morning, how you doing?" But this time she was at the front desk, and she was smiling. She had a Kool-Aid smile on her face, and she really looked like DJ Spinderella, you know. And in my mind, I was thinking of the Salt and Pepper song, "Shut up, push it." Now, when I was a kid, we used to say, "Ah, pussy." Ah, pussy. I know I ain't the only 80s baby that did that. Some of y'all 70s and 80s babies, when y'all first heard "push it," y'all thought they was saying something else. Y'all thought they was talking about the female genitalia. Or y'all thought they was talking about a little kitten. Ah, push it. Ah, pussy. Yeah, I was thinking of that when I saw her, because this chick was fine. She had some huge knockers. You know, she had some thunder thighs. I'm telling you, she had beautiful, flawless light skin. Flawless light skin. You know, I'm big on women's skin. You know, I like women with a nice complexion. I don't care if they long as they any shade of brown, from dark brown to light brown to high yellow. Long as you take care of your skin, that's a plus in my book. And this chick, you know, she used to wear a lot of makeup too. She used to wear a lot of makeup, but she looked good though. You know, she had a nice glow about her. You know what I mean? And she has some of the sexiest lips I ever seen. And you know, we started talking. Long story short, we exchanged numbers. You know, I was talking to this chick like every night, and I was talking to the chick that looked like Nell Carter. You know, back and forth. You know, I was still living at home. I hadn't moved out yet. You know, it got to a point where I kind of put Nell Carter. I kind of put her on the back burner for a little while, because Spinderella looked way better than Nell Carter. I mean, Nell Carter did have them huge knockers. Spinderella had some knockers, but not like Nell Carter's. But hers was nice too. But I like Spinderella lips, so that's what got me attracted. So you know, we was talking, and you know, this chick, she was another one that liked football, and she was a New York Giants fan just like me. You know, so we would talk about different topics. One thing I didn't like about her, but it was a plus, was she was a little goofy. The reason why I'm saying is it was a plus because, you know, I'll be cracking jokes and she would laugh. You know, once you could make a chick laugh, you know, they really start to like you. They open up to you. You know what I mean? And plus, I'm a funny guy. You know, I like to put a smile on people's face. You know what I mean? I always was the life of the party when I was a young teenager. You know what I mean? So I like to see people happy. You know what I mean? I like to see people laugh. And once I can make a chick laugh, especially laugh real hard, that's when I know I got her. Because a lot of chicks up in upstate New York, well, a lot of chicks in the United States, you know, they kind of hard nosed. They masculine. You know, when they first meet you, it's like you be doing all the talking, and they got their face all screwed up and shit. You know what I mean? Not all women, but some of them, they don't be wanting to open up to you. But usually I'm good at breaking that ice. You know what I mean? I done met a few chicks. You know, it's hard to open up to them because they probably had some bad relationships in the past, and they don't want to be hurt no more. So when they first meet you, they kind of tough. I'm usually good at loosening them up, you know, with my jokes. So, but this chick I ain't have to do that with. You know, I was just telling regular jokes, and I would have her laughing. But it got to a point where she didn't want to get off the phone with me and shit. We used to be up to like 3 o'clock in the morning laughing and shit. And I had to be to work at 7:30, and she had to be to work at 8 o'clock. You know, I used to go to work tired, you know, just being on the phone with this. But I really liked this chick. So we arranged a date, and she wanted me to come over her house, and she lived out in the suburbs, and I lived in the city. I was like, I had a car, believe it or not. I had a car, but it wasn't on the road yet. I had just bought a car, and bought me a little Chevy Cavalier. It wasn't on the road yet. She was like, can't you catch the bus? I was like, yeah, but no at the same time. She was like, I'll come and get you. You just catch the bus home. And I'm like, okay. All right, bet. This chick came and got me in less than 30 minutes. I said, damn, you came quick. She was like, yeah, I really wanted to see you. She was like, I'm already in love with you. She was like, you make me feel like I'm back in high school. I was like, what you mean? She was like, you just remind me of my high school sweetheart or something. She was like, I feel like a little kid when I'm around you. I was like, oh yeah? Oh, okay. I'm like, all right, well, maybe, you know, whatever works, you know, I'm gonna utilize it. So I get over to her house. She has some Molson Double X, I believe, or Molson Ice Triple X beer. I had never heard of that kind of beer before. I heard of Molson before, but not the Molson X. You know, this was back in 2004. I was like, oh, okay. She had a 6-pack. She said she don't really drink. She only drank occasionally. But this night, man, this chick got drunk. We was sitting up there chilling, watching football or whatever, and she had 2 cats. She had 2 badass cats, man. They was tearing up the side of her chair with their claws, like they was sharpening their claws on her furniture. She had some nice furniture. I'm looking at them cats. I'm like, oh hell nah, cats. Y'all would be out in the cold if it was me. Y'all wouldn't be scratching up my damn furniture. But apparently she loved her cat. She didn't care. I was like, she had 1 son, and dude went to bed early, and I was like, cool. He was up talking when I first got there, and he talked so much. Next thing you know, he went to bed, laid down, and went to sleep. I was like, good. Get your little yappity ass. He was a little chatty patty. I was like, get your little chatty patty yappity ass out of here, man. He went to bed, and so me and her was talking and laughing, and next thing you know, she got up and started dancing to no music. I was like, yeah, she drunk. And then I started complimenting her boobies. I started complimenting them breastises. And then next thing you know, she started stripping. Then her son got up to go to the bathroom. He looked at me and he looked at her, and he just shook his head, went to the bathroom, used it, and got back in the bed. I was like, I hope he don't remember what happened. Because he was half asleep, walking to the bathroom, looking, being nosy, and he went and handled his business and got in the bed. So I was complimenting her body and shit. I was telling her, yeah, you could dance, knowing she couldn't dance. She was just dancing like a stripper, and I thought it was sexy. So then, next thing you know, she all hugged up. She got her nose damn near underneath my armpit. You know, I was like, you about to go to sleep? She was like, yeah, I ain't really slept in a couple days. I said, well, all right, I'm about to go. She was like, nah, where you going? I said, I'm about to go home. You said you was about to go to sleep. She was like, you don't want to spend the night? I was like, yeah. I was like, you cool with it? I was like, you know, it's okay with your son? She was like, yeah. She was like, he sleep. He ain't even going to remember nothing. I was like, okay, he ain't been drinking. I said, you ain't going to remember nothing. She was like, oh, I ain't no drunken. No. So we was talking and shit. You know, she was telling me how good I looked. I was telling her how good I looked. I mean, I was telling her how good she looked. I was saying thank you for how, you know, for all the compliments you've been giving me. And out of nowhere, she told me she had DSL. I was like, DSL? I was like, what the fuck is DSL? She was like, you don't know what DSL is? I was like, what is it, a delivery service line or something like that? She started laughing. She was cracking up laughing. And she was like, no. She was like, DSL is dick sucking lips. And I was like, that was the first time I ever heard of dick sucking lips, DSL. You know, that was the very first time I ever heard of that shit. And that's a porn category. I didn't know this back in 2004. You know, but I was like, you got some sexy lips. You know, I'm trying to play it off like, nah, you ain't got DSL. I was like, I said, you got some sexy sucking lips or something like that, I said. And so she was like, what you mean by that? I said, come here. And then we started tongue kissing. She was like, yeah, I like the way you kiss. And then I started kissing her neck, and that was her trigger point right there. I started kissing her neck, and she started pulling out her own titty for me to suck. I love it when women do that. I love it when they pull out their own titty for me to suck. That's what she did. Next thing you know, we was in her bedroom. We was in the bed. We was butt naked. We was doing the sexercise. But the only thing I didn't like, she had the most uncomfortable ass bed I'd ever been in. She had a cheap Raymore Flanagan or unclaimed freight. Unclaimed freight. She had an unclaimed freight or some cheap. The mattress felt like a goddamn box spring. I'm like, damn, this is an uncomfortable ass motherfucking bed. I said to myself, I ain't never spending the night over here no more. I told the bitch, let's get on the floor. And I was like, man. She was like, why? She was like, you don't like my bed? I was like, it's all right, but my leg's too long for this bed or something, I said. So she was like, let me flip this mattress over. So she flipped the mattress over, and it was still uncomfortable. But I said, fuck it. So I started banging this chick. Man, I banged this chick for maybe 2 hours, you know, and she gave me head for like 45 minutes straight. I mean, she was licking everything. I mean, she was how could I say it? She was massaging my golf balls with her tongue, and I enjoyed that. And the next morning, she was like, you leaving? I was like, yeah. I said, I'm leaving. I said, I'm gonna catch the bus. Now, the bus stop wasn't too far from her house. You know, it was like a block away. But it only came, she lived out in the suburbs. It only came like a couple times a day. So I had to get up, I had to be out there by like 5:40 or something like that. I only slept for maybe an hour or two, you know? So I had to hurry up and get that bus. She was like, you don't want to get you a quick nut? I was like, yeah. So she let me get a quickie, but while I was banging her, her period came on. I was like, oh man, I had red stuff all on my dangling. I was like, oh man. So I had to take a quick power shower. I said, I'm about to take me a quick power shower. So she was like, okay. She was like, you need a towel? I was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, there's some in the linen closet. And then she went back to sleep. So I went in there and took me a quick power shower. I call them power showers because, you know, you get in and you wash up and get out. You be out of there in 5 minutes, less than that, you know? So went in the bathroom, and she had some cheap shower curtains. Nigga, the shower was on. As soon as I turned the shower water on, the shower curtain started flying in the air. I'm like, damn, this is a cheap ass shower curtain. I'm like, damn. The pressure from the water was blowing the damn shower curtain all over the place because it was light and cheap. I was like, damn, man. So then I get in the shower and the static from my body was sticking. The shower curtain was sticking to my leg and my ass because of the static. I was like, damn. I'm like, man, this chick is cheap. Come to find out, she was a real cheapskate. She didn't like spending money. You know, she was a tightwad. She was a mommy Warbucks, if you will. I was like, man. So I hurried up, left. You know, after that, we rented hotels. I didn't really go over. I think I went over her house one more time after that. But, you know, after that, you know, we you know, I tell her to meet me at a hotel, man. You know what I mean? And then we eventually lost contact. Now, fast forward to like maybe three or 4 years later, I saw her on her way to a club. She was dressed up real nice. One thing about her, she could dress real nice. And she had on makeup, but she cut off all her hair. She had a damn brush cut. And I spoke to her. You know, I was like, yo, what's up, Spinderella? And she kind of like turned up her nose and kept walking. I was like, well, bitch, fuck you then. I ain't say it loud enough for her to hear me, but I said it under my breath. I was like, fuck you then. And come to find out, you know, she had some mental issues or something like that. I'm glad I didn't see it early on, but you know, other people was telling me, you know, she was a little bipolar or some shit like that. I was like, man, yeah, when I saw her, you know, coming out of that club, you know, she was acting like she didn't know me. You know, once I speak to you and you don't speak nothing back, you don't say nothing back, I'm gonna keep going. I don't play them games. 1 minute they know you and then the next minute they don't. 1 minute they speak, next minute they don't speak. Okay, you don't speak to me, shit. I ain't speaking to you no more unless you speak to me first. And that was back in 2007. I never saw her again. I saw her on social media, but I ain't gonna send her no friend request because she didn't speak to me. I'm still mad about 2007. I spoke to you and you ain't speak to me. I ain't forgot about that shit. You know? And I remember the last conversation we had. She was telling me about her relationship with Ice Cube. She said she dated Ice Cube and this, that, and the third. And she was like, she missed Ice Cube. She want to get back with him and all this stuff. And back then I thought she was lying. But come to find out from other people, they was telling me that yeah, she probably did date Ice Cube because he liked them light-skinned women. Now the same complexion Ice Cube wife is, Kim, was the same complexion Spinderella was. The girl that the girl I'm telling y'all about. She was the same. Kim Jackson and this chick Spinderella was the same complexion. So who knows? She could have been telling the truth, but I don't know. I ain't give a fuck. I'm like, man, why the hell you bringing up Ice Cube? At that time he was married. I'm like, man, why you bringing up your past? Who you dating now? You know, what you doing? I hate when motherfuckers bring up who they dated in the past, but yet they single now and been single forever. I don't know. Yeah. Oh well, it is what it is, y'all. It's your boy Remo. 1 time for your mind, 2 times for your soul. All right, like, share, subscribe, y'all. Peace.